You are now locked in to Crossover Media.
I'm not going on no.
All right, 10 minutes.
Mommy, claim it. Amen.
We're in for a journey, folks.
I said I'm not going on economy.
Yeah, right.
Stormzy is my son.
I've been the GOAT for so long, I guess it's not exciting when I win. Boo-hoo, someone grab the violins. Every time I try a thing, pop bins like Hailey when he sings. So of course they don't like me, I'm the king. Tell me, why would I reply to him? I leave him hanging like Carrie on the rim. Where do I begin? I wear the 5990 in the gym.
I'm calling it from now. We're getting a reply within the next... I don't want to get too crazy and say 48 hours. Within the next week. And it's going to be addressing every little thing about this video. You know how that man does. He sits down and takes notes on every little thing to dissect and turn it into a diss. Anyway.
Hey, mommy, claim it. Amen.
Stormzy's a smart man. He's really know he has a project loading, so...
Stormzy is my son.
I've been the GOAT for so long, I guess it's not exciting when I win. Boo-hoo, someone grab the violins. Every time I try a thing, top bins.
Someone grabbed the violins in the background. I could see something one of those videos where I'm gonna have to pay attention.
Guess it's not exciting when I win. Boo-hoo, someone grab the violins. Every time I try a thing, pop bins like Hailey when he sings. So of course they don't like me, I'm the king. Tell me, why would I reply to him? I leave him hanging like Carrie on the rim. Where do I begin? I wear the 5990 in the gym. I got a thing for shiny little things. What can I say? I'm like a young black Biden with a trim. Presidential when I'm riding in the bims. Taking pictures with my cameraman, I'm shining in my skin. Freak figures, I'm a bammy and I go and send the thing out. I never wonder about who I could have been, car I'm it. Rose gold frosted or ceramic. Told bro spin it so we span it. We are not the same big mics from a whole different top bins. What I set Pete.
I like when artists do that. When they do those things where they make it so obvious what they're going to say that you just finish the blank in your head. Obviously, you're going to say it from another planet. He didn't have to say it if you know what he was saying. I'm trying to not comment on every little thing on this because he's saying some stuff, but I think one of the things I enjoy about Stormzy is that the way that he delivers some of his punchlines, they feel punchliney, but at the same time, they don't make you forget to stop everything to acknowledge what he said. It's like you hear it, alright, cool, dope bar, but you're still having enough of an impact that it feels impressive, but you can still take in the rest of the song. I don't know if what I'm saying makes sense, but that's the way I'm feeling.
So we span it. We are not the same big mics from a whole different top bins. What a set piece, finger in the neck. Could
I like that.
Jet Li
I like
kick
the
until he
face
bled.
track.
And I'm rent free living in their head. What's that quote? All killing with success. Talking smoke, please give it all up. Still dripping in finesse. Man, I got figures and flows. I'm a different kind of F. Got a Lambo and a Rose. That's a different kind of check. And I said I was the goal. They didn't.
And then he says simple things like that. You have to stop at knowledge. He said, I'm a different kind of F. Like, it's kind of thing that only Stormzy can say. Yo, he got... Anyway.
Please give it all up. Still dripping in finesse. Man, I got figures and flows. I'm a different kind of F. Got a Lambo and a Rose. That's a different kind of check. And I said I was the goal. They didn't listen when I...
Nah, that edit is actually ridiculous.
Hello, and welcome to Mel Me Do It.
And we've got some great guests lined up for today on the programme tonight. We've got Louis Theroux, Dina Asher-Smith, and the one and only Stormzy.
Imagine being someone like ZZ, right? Who's so high profile and in the midst of what was definitely one of the biggest and highest profile clashes, I guess you could say, within recent years, with obviously Chip and Stormzy. And you have to keep your mouth shut. Obviously, there's NDAs involved in this. Yo, that's wicked, son. And you have to be quiet knowing you're in this video.
I tried today. I tried today.
Great.
I tried today. Thank you very much.
So everyone loved the talk. Congratulations. But what we want to know is, well, what's on your mind right now?
Anytime I do a big flex, just ignore me. Niggas wanna hear my side of the story. Niggas wanna hear a nigga chat like it's Maury. Fuck that, you niggas better bask in my glory. They call me to slide through the store, I'm so pattern. To be fair, we don't go hatton. We don't tell lies.
This is one of those moments where, like, it's cultural, right? I'm probably going to put this on TikTok or whatever. People are going to be like, oh, what's the big deal if it doesn't end up in the UK audience? It's such a cultural thing, like the references that he's making, patent, I don't go hat in hand. Obviously, you get a bunch of luxury clothes, blah, 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 Louis V, hat and patent, right? All those little things. The fact that he's making so many sly references to Chip right now.
But what's on your mind right now?
Anytime I do a big flex, just ignore me. Niggas wanna hear my side of the story. Niggas wanna hear a nigga chat like it's Maury. Fuck that, you niggas better bask in my glory. They call me to slide through the stalk, I'm so pattern. To be fair, we don't go hatting. We don't tell lies. I think the kids call it no capping. The boy's rough, but the flow's satin.
Is the way I was like, why would they let him talk while he's rapping? And he just saying what he was saying, but made it feel like that talk show thing. I like the continuity in this video.
In my glory, they call me to slide through the stalk, I'm so pattern. To be fair, we don't go hatting. We don't tell lies. I think the kids call it no capping. The boy's rough, but the flow's satin. I J hustle and I'm all stacking. They wanna catch me on the roads lacking. You better pray that it don't happen. And I don't sell drugs, still I'm dope rapping. Have your whole cat and stiff chocolate with a book. To be fair, I don't feel Twitter. Getting told I'm not a real spitter by some broadcast bill splitter. Listen, nigga, you got bigger fish to fry like. If I ever see your girlfriend in Dubai, oh lord. Party on the boat, she's on board. And the Birkin is a bag you can't afford. And she like one. Do the math.
I like the girl them on Twitter and all that gonna be feeling them bars. When he said bill splitter, I'm gonna say, alright, he's about to make a quotable. He tapping into all the viral topics that people can't shut up about lately. Stormzy's a smart man.
And I don't sell drugs, still I'm dope rapping. Have your whole cat and stiff chocolate with a book. To be fair, I don't feel Twitter. Getting told I'm not a real spitter by some broadcast bill splitter. Listen, nigga, you got bigger fish to fry like. If I ever see your girlfriend in Dubai, oh lord. Party on the boat, she's on board. And the Birkin is a bag you can't afford. And she like one. Do the maths, you ain't the right one. It's alright, son. We send her back before the night's done. I wrote one, like one, 8 out of 10. She's my height one. Think of a hit, then I write one on when I sight.
And it's the fact that it's just zooming into his face is making me very uncomfortable. Because I'm just like, there's gonna be a punchline in here somewhere. I like the way that they edited this to like really hone in on what he's saying. This is really dope. I'm liking this is a whole experience. And the fact that he has these breaks in it allows you to take in what he's saying, allows you to process the fact that he's sending all these sly indirects at Chip as he's going through. He's able to create a continuity between the story of the video and what he's saying in the actual bars itself, using the video to finish his lines but still keeping it entertaining. And
and I don't sell drugs, still I'm dope rapping. Have your whole cat and stiff chocolate with a book. To be fair, I don't feel Twitter. Getting told I'm not a real spitter by some broadcast bill splitter. Listen, nigga, you got bigger fish to fry like. If I ever see your girlfriend in Dubai, oh lord. Party on the boat, she's on board. And the Birkin is a bag you can't afford. And she like one. Do the maths, you ain't the right one. It's alright, son. We send her back before the night's done. I wrote one, like one, 8 out of 10. She's my height one. Think of a hit, then I write one on when I sight one. This my Ghanaian flow, it's a tight one. If she pretty, then I put her on.
Look, pull up on your dad like, yo, big man, walk on like, hello, uncle.
It's alright, son. We send her back before the night's done. I wrote one, like one, 8 out of 10. She's my height one. Think of a hit, then I write one on when I sight one. This my Ghanaian flow, it's a tight one. If she pretty, then I put her on a flight. I put her on a jet if her pussy wait.
Like I said, the way that he allows you to finish the bar in your head, obviously you know what it was he was saying. I'm liking the way this is constructed. Like, in terms of the instrumental, it's very simple. He isn't really doing too much. Or whoever produces isn't really doing too much. It has some busy aspects to us, still allowing Stormzy to do what he does and staying out of his way. Stormzy's one of those artists where he can deliver that calm, laid back, choppy, slow flow, but still do it in a way that doesn't feel boring. It doesn't feel like you're just waiting for the song to end. You know what I mean? Because the way he switches it up, he still keeps that slow kind of pace while still giving you new like flow patterns in the way that he spaces out his syllables and all that good stuff. Stormzy's really dope, man.
This my Ghanaian flow, it's a tight one. If she pretty, then I put her on a flight. I put her on a jet if her pussy wait.
And it's the way the kids are listening. No, it's the way the kids.
My Ghanaian flow, it's a tight one. If she pretty, then I put her on a flight. I put her on a jet if her pussy wait. Look, my nephews are listening. My chef should be Michelin. There's guests in my kitchen and my nephew.
And what did I say about the flows? Didn't I just say that? He switches it up at the drop of a dime. He keeps it very simple. Like, this isn't a ridiculously like drilly flow. I feel like drill artists really take the cake when it comes to flow these days, but it still has that patented Stormzy vibe to it. I don't know how else to describe it, dogs. And I'm enjoying this video so much. I'm barely even 3 minutes in.
Then I put her on a flag. I put her on a jet if a pussy wait.
Yes, my nephews are
Look,
listening.
my nephews are listening. My chef should be Michelin. There's guests in my kitchen and my left wrist is guessing. And my tunes getting played from a set to a christening. They're pissed on the net cause I said I ain't dissing them. Real niggas know us all positioning. Real niggas know I'm not the victim of rap. I am. I'll take the L, they hype the gram. They tell their jokes to spite the man. I feed my folks, they bite my hand. I do the most, I'll fly to Cannes to watch a film, then bite a rat.
And that's one of the things I said when people were talking about this whole beef between Stormzy and Chip. Like, at the end of the day, he does not need to reply. You can say whatever you want on the net. Nothing you say is going to affect him because the people who are streaming his music that are making him wealthy don't care about how you feel about the politics. They really don't. So you getting all up in your bag, you're writing these think pieces, you're making your rant videos about something that does not affect you. First of all, they're gonna make up within 10 years, I promise you that. They're gonna end up doing a surprise video together. They're gonna be on Snap or whatever's the app in the future next to each other and be like, oh hey, we made up, guys. Now you're gonna be mad because you invested yourself into something that has nothing to do with you and they just made up whatever. Neither here nor there. But point being is, he had nothing to gain from responding. At the end of the day, Chip had an album dropping around the time that he came out and started responding to Stormzy, or rather what Stormzy did. So it was marketing on Chip's end that maybe worked out in its own way, but the smartest thing that Stormzy could have did was not reply, and he didn't. And what ended up happening, it fizzled out. We stopped caring. Nobody talked about it anymore. But at the same time, he has an album coming out, so now people are waiting to see, all right, cool, what's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? What's he gonna say? So I know every single person saw this thumbnail, like, oh, I wonder if he's gonna address Chip, and he did. Lo and behold, so that's gonna create viral moments. The song itself is dope. He's gonna build that momentum for his next project. Stormzy's just smart.
Alright, headline redundantly like it's easy. Funny when they talk about the game card needs me. Niggas
If he says ZZ, that would be cold. The fact that she's right next to him. Anyway.
headline redundantly like it's easy. Funny when they talk about the game card needs me. Niggas when they hear a nigga spill it all to ZZ. Fuck that you niggas did it.
I'm the best. I'm the best. I'm actually the best. Man said they want to hear you spill it all to ZZ. They want you to go on the shows and start chatting and letting everybody know what's going on behind the scenes. They want you to do that.
Real niggas know I'm not the victim of rap. I am. I'll take the L, they hype the gram. They tell their jokes to spite the man. I feed my folks, they bite my hand. I do the most, I'll fly to Cannes to watch a film, then bite a rat. Headline redundantly like it's easy. Funny when they talk about the game card needs me. Niggas when they hear a nigga spill it all to ZZ. Fuck that you niggas didn't know that I'm greasy, it's easy. Man talk shit until they see me, believe me. All you niggas give me EBGB. Word to Lauren, I was
That wasn't even that big of a deal, but those are the small things you can do. Obviously, he actually referenced when that bar was said in the past. That is a classic staple bar in hip-hop history.
I could do what you do, easy. Believe me, frontin' give me heebie-jeebies.
He just redirected your attention for a fraction of a second with an iconic moment, and that's what got me excited. That's what all that was about.
Niggas spill it all to ZZ. Fuck that you niggas didn't know that I'm greasy, it's easy. Man talk shit until they see me, believe me. All you niggas give me EBGB. Word to Lauren, I will die on this hill. You little niggas 2 figures shy on my deal. Someone slide me the bill. Okay, I got it. What my eyes don't see, the Messiah reveals. If it all goes left with Josiah, my will. Cause I guess I'm just a brother that are dying to kill off. Your boy's mad dark, still I shine like a grill. Yeah, I'm healthy and I'm blessed, but I rhyme like I'm ill. Linebacker holding on the line like Khalil. I live a life that they tried to fulfill, so they hate on my name but admire my skill. And before I touch stage, gotta wire my mill. My niggas do drill, that was prior to drill. If you see me with my dragons looking fly in the field, no Khaleesi couldn't fathom all the fire I spill, nah. You old wash niggas should retire for real. There's a time you should move and a time to be still. There's a time to destroy and a time to rebuild. But all I see is washed up godfathers and washed up podcasters. I own all my masters, I ain't got masters. I throw a party on the yacht and wear my yacht master. They think I just chart top, but I'm the top chart. I feel like I'm Scott Pop.
I'm enjoying this because even, again, the way that he curated this whole experience, or rather whoever produced this video, directed this video, curated the whole experience, this has a very Stormzy feeling. This feels like older Stormzy videos, but at the same time, it's also gonna have elements that feel like this was specifically from Mel Me Do It. I don't know how else to describe it. There's a feeling from Vossi Bob.
My brothers don't die, we just Vossi Bob. I tell you, I got to link me at the coffee shop.
There's a feeling from Wiley Flow.
If you ain't got more than 5 top 10s, then I don't wanna hear no chat about charting. You man are just starting.
All of these videos had a vibe to it that they feel related in terms of like the way that the cameras are set up and the transitions and everything like that. But at the same time, they each still have their own identity. It's the same thing with this one.
You old wash niggas should retire for real. There's a time you should move and a time to be still. There's a time to destroy and a time to rebuild. But all I see is washed up godfathers and washed up podcasters. I own all my masters, I ain't got masters. I throw a party on a yacht and wear my yacht master. They think I just chart top, but I'm the top charter. Gaffer like I'm Scott Parker. For when the man them used to rock Parkers. I am nasty, but I'm not Marcus. Genius, sucker the clock Harvard. My niggas slide, but they are not dancers. Dead rappers wanna swap charges. No, I mean they wanna swap stances. No, I mean they wanna trade places. Get to scrapping like I ain't famous. Have you dashing like you're Dwayne Chambers. Follow fashion, man, you fake greatness. To make a classic, yeah, it takes ages, but I still do it like my mate.
Facts, and that's why I don't be mad when people like Dave, Stormzy, Huss take a minute to drop. It does take a minute to write stuff like this. You gotta take your time to curate these things, actually place the right punchlines, spread everything out. Like, this takes time. It takes time, and that's also why they can take however many years between releases, drop a couple single videos, drop a project, and then disappear, and we're still talking about them between all those years. It takes time to do that. This is what it is, if we're being real. Like, he has moments where he's giving you the things that people want to hear today, but still not forcing it in such a way that it feels like, yo, you're way too far removed to be talking like that. It still feels like it makes sense. He does it in a way that I would compare to the likes of like a Getz, a P Money, even like somebody like Skepta, for example. They have a mastery in the way that they talk about these things, making it feel authentic, making it feel relatable, making it feel like what we want to hear, we, meaning like the audience, while still kind of giving you that like, I'm over here though, but don't get it twisted, I can still take it there. Yeah.
Follow fashion, man, you fake greatness. To make a classic, yeah, it takes ages, but I still do it like my mate David. Not me like my bro Dave. Near miss, that's a close shave. They fear this, but they won't say I'm the nearest on a cold day. They love to talk about the old days. The man are old like Annie, are you okay? I prefer not to speak like I'm Jose.
I prefer really not to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble.
He actually got the man in the video.
If I speak, I am in big trouble. In big trouble. And I don't want to be in big trouble.
Nah, Stormzy's a different kind of flex, G. This man's a different kind of flex. The cheeky, it probably wasn't even directed at Chip, but like, it's the truth. Like, he doesn't need to speak. If he speaks, it's gonna cause more of a ruckus. It's better for him to stay silent.
In big trouble.
This is what I meant when I said what I said. I got whips in my drive, pretty women in my bed. My accolades are bigger than my head. Stylo told me kill him till they're dead.
The killing them, I carry one in the head. Dan dada, kick off face with bank robber.
If it's a thing, then I'll just pattern it like Trev.
Again, that wasn't that big of a deal, but it's the placement of it in the song, in the video, giving you these breaks between what Stormzy's doing, what Stormzy's saying, allowing these people to almost be characters throughout this whole thing. And that's also what makes this a bearable 11 minutes. This is a masterclass in how to tell a good story. There's tension. You're waiting to figure out what is he going to say next, what is he going to reference next, who's he going to bring in next. You're getting invested in the characters that's being introduced throughout the video. And everything about this is just literally a story. But that's also what happens when you have this kind of money. You have the budget to produce something like this. So there's that.
Stylo told me kill him till they're dead.
The killing them, I carry one in the head. Dan dada, kick off face with bank robber.
If it's a thing, then I'll just pattern it like Trev. Man, I got text like I'm Killian, punch like I'm Dillian. Walk in the gym and I bump into William. The S on my chest, yeah, that stands for success, but the M on my hairline stands for my millions. I got a brilliant car, I got a brilliant team. They wanna bring up my past because I'm living my dream.
Again, the way he switches his flows, and it's not even that the flows themselves are that extravagant. It's just the way that he positions them and executes. It just creates so much suspense, and then you're switching in between. You just can't get bored. You cannot get bored listening to Stormzy, son. It has a throwback, grimy-ish kind of feeling in the sense that it doesn't feel like anything contemporary. It doesn't feel like something you could hear in today's sound, but at the same time, it still feels very Stormzy, so it has a modern aspect to it at the exact same time. he really brings you the best of both worlds, and that's probably one of the reasons why he's able to appeal to so many people at the exact same time. He really gives you the best of what people want to hear now, what people wanted to hear then, and also being his own artist, having his own identity at the exact same time.
If it's a ting, then I just pattern it like Trev. When I got text like I'm Killian, punch like I'm Dillian. Walk in the gym and I bump into William. The S on my chest, yeah, that stands for success, but the M on my hairline stands for my millions. I got a brilliant car, I got a brilliant team. They wanna bring up my past because I'm living my dream. What we achieved in a shock, how we knew it. We just stepped through clean and say, Mel, me do it.
Then he brought it right back to the reference. Okay, who's Mel, by the way? I feel like that's probably a cultural reference I'm not picking up on. I'm enjoying this a lot. This video is mod. Everything about this is a masterpiece, and it's absolutely an insane. You don't need lint roller 4. I guess that's just to prove the flex. Those kicks are looking cold too. Adidas should have paid him for this placement. This is definitely product placement. Lint roller 4.
There's not enough space in my wardrobe. Bench drop fitted on my waist and my torso. Niggas keep on thinking I'm a chief, but you thought so. Chatty patty niggas, man, you niggas need a talk show. I've never seen roll dons turn loose women. Sleep real good, fresh sheets, new linen. If we ever played a game called Guess Who's Winning, and you open up the door, I'll be in the room chilling. There will never be a time when me and you's twinning. Why? Different status, my shit.
And that's what makes it so cool. Like, this whole song is a very not so humble flex, but you gotta respect it because what he's done, what he's accomplished, like he's earned the right to flex like that.
If we ever played a game called Guess Who's Winning, and you open up the door, I'll be in the room chilling. There will never be a time when me and you's twinning. Why? Different status, my chick's the baddest, you know the bag Chanel, the trips to Paris, and if your boy's a king, the bits a palace, a K, 302s that I sell out. Man, I'm such a sellout. Might fuck around and bring a Dell out. Me and Flips don't.
And it's the way that he positions certain punchlines. Like, he'll say something, it almost sounds like it's not really going to be a punchline, but then he makes a reference right afterwards. It's the connection between the two things that he just said that then formulates the punchline. He doesn't position it to make it feel like a punchline, but then when you hear the follow-up, you're just like, oh, the punchlines are so straightforward that it's like with a couple seconds you process it. But again, it doesn't give you that need to jump out of your seat, but you can still mentally process as that was a dope line. And I don't know how Stormzy's able to position his lines that well that you have the same internal impact of it being something that's like pause-worthy and jump out of your seat, but at the same time you don't want to do that. Maybe it's because of his calm delivery. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not in that kind of mood today.
A time when me and you's twinning. Why? Different status, my chick's the baddest, you know the bag Chanel, the trips to Paris, and if your boy's a king, the bits a palace, a K, 302s that I sell out. Man, I'm such a sellout. Might fuck around and bring a Dell out. Me and Flips don't talk like we fell out. I'll get the hell out, all this shit I gotta spell out. Please, A-double-L-O-W me. Every time I double clap, they gotta double my P. I was double spread mine, now I cover ID. Would've covered for you dickheads if you covered mine. I knew they wouldn't like it if I blow. Got all you niggas rattled, but you hide it on the low. I'm from the city where they're riding with the pole, and now my nephews can't believe that Spider-Man's my bro. Shout Tom, that's my guy, on top till we die. Yeah, I skip through the world, hopscotch to Dubai. There's a lot to divide, but my God will provide. Couldn't get to where I'm going if you hopped in my...
Today, we speak about foundation. Many great black influential giants have touched people from soul to soul throughout many generations. It's often the word greatness comes to mind, but footballing legends like Ian Wright make greatness come to sight. Our DNA empowers us. We can make a song and dance out of anything. Our genes are enriched. It seems there is not a seam out of place in our fabric. Be spoke and be woke. And although sometimes we may be...
That's the thing. He got so many massive names and faces in this. This album is about to be insane. But let me know if y'all want to see me do a reaction to Sometimes I Might Be Introvert.
And be woke. And although sometimes we may be introvert, we're all alone in this together. Brothers and sisters, families in business, flipping the scripts, screaming from the rooftops, echoing the unheard voices and writers. This time, we'll be timeless.
This whole thing is like he's paying homage to the whole UK cultural ecosystem in terms of social media and how that intersects with mainstream, how that intersects with music. This whole thing is all of that. That again, it's something so small, like just having Little Sims and Dave on the screen, and then saying, although sometimes you may be introvert, we're all alone in this together. Their last albums, like it's so small, but still not so small at the exact same time. Maybe also part of it is the fact that we haven't heard from Stormzy in a minute. Maybe part of it is also the fact that we aren't getting this kind of creativity. I always say peak level creativity is doing the most with the least. That's when you really peep. When you get designer fashion and high fashion, it's doing something very simple, and it's so simple to the point where it's actually really valuable at the exact same time.
So with or without signal, we're major.
And I know I'm not getting all these
Gabrielle
references.
once told us dreams can come true, and that sentence emancipated the minds of our...
He looked like Diddy. He looked like a cross between Diddy and I can't remember the exact actor's name, so I'm not even going to embarrass myself. Is that Hetty and JME?
Pioneers, brick by brick, a safe house and garage was opened in each community. Self-sustainable and vulture-resistant. Self-belief meant that the culture was...
He also looked a little bit like Andre 3000, if I'm being real.
Unity.
I know probably people are like, how do you not know who that is? And I feel like I might know the name if y'all say it, and then I'm going to be like, damn, I'm tight. But
self-sustainable
yeah.
and vulture-resistant. Self-belief meant that the culture was left in the hands of the culture, and the revolution...
I'm tweaking. There's a younger Jamal Edwards.
The culture was
Rest in
left in
peace.
the hands of the culture, and the revolution was re-energized the moment it was televised. I need to remind you, this is not a phase. This is phase 1. Almost lights, camera, action after take 1. This isn't divide and conquer, this is provide and prosper. This isn't destroy and rebuild. This is I love my future more than...
What posty look like that?
And I hate parts of my history. You've seen what we put together when we come together. You're living in it. So let us reign in honor of the wind rushing through our veins, leaving suffering and pain. Will we ever be the same? Not any storms could have weathered the storm, but when you are who you are, you can't run from the journey, the expectations, or the destination. We're here now.
What's the name of this album? I feel like there was probably a reference to the albums. I don't know if you ever...
DJ telling me we're done, said I thought I got an hour left. Oh man, my enemies are out of breath. I pray, then I fast, then I counter press. Spent a week in the sticks, but tonight I'm at my South address. So you know how it gets. Holy Spirit, that's just how I'm blessed. 20 bags from my shower head, a nigga got a shower fresh. You little boys are out your depth. You know I got ash full on the yard and Yanni on the rap. I mean I'm Yanni on the rap. I'm the best at what I do, they think I'm bragging on the track.
And again, I'm not going to point out every single punchline. I'm probably trying to push this out as soon as possible too. So I'm not going to edit every punchline. Y'all can drop in the comments what your favorite references were. You can even timestamp where the reference was made. I'm not going to point all of them out. It is what it is. But anyway, yeah.
Flexing cars true, and if you went and ran it back, you know I left you with the truth, cause the cars don't make...
You know what, speaking of running it back, perfect segue for me to talk about the replay value. I think this is cool because of how cinematic the whole video is. I need to listen to the song and stuff to be able to take in the song to really see how it feels listening to every single verse beginning to end with no interruptions. I think I might appreciate this more within the context of the project. I don't know if I'm gonna go say I'm gonna listen to Mel Me Do It as an individual standalone song in my Spotify, but in the album I'm not skipping this. This is definitely like a very strong opening, or maybe I can see this is like one in like the somewhere in the beginning third of the project, or I even make it a little bit quarter, like the first quarter of the project. I can see this being. I can even see this being the intro. But anyway.
You this lit, the money don't make you this good, the plaques don't make you this cold. Give a fuck what my shit sold. I bust a rhyme when I'm in flip mode, you pricks know.
Bust a rhyme.
Boy, it's just way too nice, so you always see my music on the shelf. I've been the GOAT for so long that they never hype a nigga up, so I guess I gotta do it to myself, boy.
You know, I'm gonna pull back that last bit one more time, because again, it's the way he positions his punchlines. I bust a rhyme, alright, cool, that's not really that big of a deal. When I'm in flip mode, bust a rhyme, now you're connecting something he just said to something he said previously, now it's a punchline. And that's something that I think Stormzy does very well. I think that's a very ownable thing to his type of delivery and the way that he positions his wordplay and all that good stuff.
So what I do, they think I'm bragging on the track, but I'm flexing cars true. And if you went and ran it back, you know I left you with the truth. Cause the cars don't make you this lit, the money don't make you this good, the plaques don't make you this cold. Give a fuck what my shit sold. I bust around when I'm in flip mode, you pricks know. The boy is just way too nice, so you always see my music on the shelf. I've been the GOAT for so long that they never hype a nigga up, so I guess I gotta do it to myself, boy.
Shout out to the director. This was mod. I know the budget on this was ridiculous. This is one of the best. This is probably the best video of the year, for being 100% honest, but it's not fair. Everything about this is really good. Stormzy is an incredible artist, but make sure you check out my full breakdown right here. I am looking forward to seeing what Stormzy is going to do now to continue building the momentum. I wouldn't doubt that maybe there's going to be like one song that may feel like a standalone and completely unrelated to his project. There's probably going to be an even more direct reply to Chip. Maybe not. I don't know, but I'm looking forward to seeing what he's going to do to continue building the momentum, because we all know he has a project loading. But anyway, if you're new here, my name is Shadiq, and as always, same time for some more reactions. I do go more this comfy, but until next time, peace.